What's up guys, JV2017 here, bringing you another Taken King tips and tricks video. Earlier today, a lot of folks over on the Destiny subreddit, Our Destiny the Game, discovered how to start the Sleeper Simulant quest, and that's really exciting stuff. So I left a link in the description to the step-by-step text version if you guys are interested in checking it out over there. Now, keep in mind, no one knows how to actually obtain the weapon or get it in their inventory right now, but at this point, we know that this is how you begin it. These are the steps to start it, and I will upload the following steps in getting the Sleeper Simulant as they are discovered, so stay tuned for that. Let's get started. So the first step is something that a lot of you have probably already done, and that's to collect these 4 fusion rifle legendary relics, and they will show up in your inventory screen, not in like as a weapon or anything like that. It'll show up in your inventory under mission, and they actually drop as those kind of pyramid, kind of like the engrams, but they're kind of in a pyramid. They're smaller and they're white. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And they'll drop like that, and you get a higher drop chance from majors and ultras, I've noticed, especially if you run the Draxus mission, the Scourge of Winter, which is how you're able to farm exotic engrams. You guys remember that method, I'm sure. If you use that method and you haven't gotten all these relics, I'm sure you'll be able to get these relics really quickly. They'll drop from majors and ultras a lot higher chance. So once you get those, you need to turn them in one at a time to the gunsmith. And if you're not sure if you've done this yet, maybe you just forgot and it's been a while, the next step will prove that to you. This next quest will show up automatically if you've already done this step of collecting the relics and turning them in. So don't worry about it if you have no clue. Just look for this next quest. Alright, so once you've confirmed that you've turned in those relics, this quest will show up. So again, if you already did the relics and you log into Destiny today, this quest will show up no matter what. It's called the First Firewall, and it's available on Earth, and you have to complete this quest in order to receive the Curious Transceiver, which is a legendary relic that goes in the same mission slot in your inventory screen. And there's some speculation that this quest also doesn't show up until you've gotten a certain rank with the gunsmith, but I'm only rank 2 with the gunsmith, so maybe that's not true. Maybe it has nothing to do with the gunsmith, but that's just something I read. But anyways, once you complete this mission, you will receive the Curious Transceiver, and that is an item we're about to talk about. So the Curious Transceiver, you can actually, like I said, find it in your inventory screen, and once you click on it, you'll be able to input a code. And I put the codes really quickly on the screen there. You might want to pause the video back there for a second because my transitions, I can't control how long they are. But the codes are basically binary, and if it says 0, that means you use the top line. If it says 1, that means you use the bottom line. And if you're curious where this actually comes from, it comes from the orientation of the knights in that first mission. In the first firewall, there's an orientation of the knights, and they correspond to 0 and 1, like binary. So that's actually how that code works, and this is a very cool little function. I'm actually glad Bungie put something cool like this in the game, but you don't need to pay attention to the order of the knights, because again, I've got the code input here for you. So once again, go back and pause, and you'll be able to input those codes like I am on the screen, and then you click A on the final thing. It'll show up below the final node, and it'll say submit because you've entered the right combination. So that's how the code input works on the Curious Transceiver. So once you successfully input all 4 codes, it'll say broadcasting in parentheses on the transceiver item, and it'll say something along the lines of go to the Devil's Spire, that's where the signal is, and this triggers the second quest, or the second, I guess, part of this Sleeper Simulant section of getting the weapon. And so that's called Shadow Call, and that quest will unlock on the Earth. It's the same kind of location as Cade's stash, and the objective of this is to climb this tower in search of the signal in a certain time limit. So once you spawn in, the time limit starts, and it's 4 minutes, and you really want to be quick about this. You want to know what weapons you're using. Don't jump in the inventory screen because that's just going to waste time. And I killed all the enemies. I don't know if you need to, but you just need to make sure to save 45 seconds. You need to be at the very top with the wizards at 45 seconds left, or else you're not going to make it. And the reason I pulled that number out is because I got up there in 45 seconds and only had 2 seconds left with the mission timer. So I was very close to not completing it. But anyways, once you're at the very top, loot the chest very quickly, and then the wizards will spawn. You'll have to kill all 3 of them, and I suggest you save your super for the last part actually, or if you can get it twice, if you're that good, do that. But anyways, once you kill those wizards, they will drop the Ikelos, which is the Ikelos, I guess, and it's an exotic item, and it'll go in the same slot in your inventory. And that brings us to the next part. Now what we have to do is kind of repair this fusion core, this exotic fusion core. And there are 5 steps to this part. So I'm gonna cover the first 2 because they're kind of easy and in the same context. So the first thing you can do is dismantle a legendary heavy, and that'll give you kind of an item that you can stick to repair this fusion core. And so legendary heavy, if you don't have one of these, it's a legendary, or better, I could say, it could be an exotic. So there are 2 kind of quick ideas that I have. I already had a legendary heavy, so I didn't have to worry about this. But you could buy an exotic year 1 heavy from the blueprint for only 2,500 glimmer, and you'll get your exotic shard back. So that's a pretty cheap way to do it. Or you could use your weapon cores that you have from the reef that are completely useless and go to the reef and get a free legendary and just dismantle that. It'll give you an item very distinct, and you can just pop that in the repair module by clicking Y, I believe it's on the item, and then sticking it in there, and that's just super easy. So once you've done that, then go to the archives quest on Venus, and all you have to do is complete this quest to the end and you'll get an item. And really, you don't have to complete this on hard mode. You can just do it on normal, on easy. It'll be really easy to run through. Just remember, in order to save time, stay on your Sparrow in the beginning part. Once it turns to the darkness zone, then you can jump off, but stay on your Sparrow to speed this up. I finished it in about 8 minutes, not too long, and you'll get the next part for this quest. So the next 3 steps are kind of wrapped together, and that's to complete Warsat public events on the Earth, the Moon, and Mars. And so these are kind of frustrating because you have to wait for them. You can go to destinypublicevents.com, and that's kind of a good rough outline estimate about when Warsat events will show up, but it's not super reliable. But I would definitely use it as you're waiting around for these Warsats. And once you complete them, again, you'll get kind of an item drop. It'll show on your screen, and you need to get it again from the Earth, Moon, and Mars, and pop all of those into the fusion core in order to repair it. Now, I don't have footage of this because I wanted to get this this video out as soon as possible. So I do know for a fact, actually, though, when you complete all of these and pop them into the part, it'll turn into the reassembled fusion core, and all you have to do is bring it back to the gunsmith. And once you do that, this is the apparent dead end of what we can do right now with the sleeper simulant. Again, like I said, you can't actually get this weapon in your hands right now. There's some kind of, time gate is what people think are holding us back. And that means like Bungie needs to wait another week in order to let us do the rest of this quest in order to get the weapon, or there's going to be some other long convoluted part to it. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. When I know more, I will upload more videos. Don't worry about that. So if you learned something new from this video, remember to hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to stay tuned to my channel for continued content, more raid guide coming up as soon as I can put it out, and we're going to show you guys how to kill Oryx, and that'll be fun and everything. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you next time. Peace.